Low town hall pushing has existed since the inception of Clash of Clans. Players who have done it often say it is intensely challenging. The attacks are not very hard, but the conditions are what is difficult. Opponents are scarce and you are sleep deprived. But from 2013 to 2015, opponents were bountiful. Not in the way you might think though. There were millions of players during this period. It was quite common for your opponent to be a Town Hall 9 or a 10. So if you wanted to succeed, you had to search, base after base, until you finally found the right one. But during 2015, the perfect storm was forming in the air. This is the story of PelicanTacos, the legend who stood above them all. Hey everyone, welcome to Chief's Codex. I'm Ben, an old Clash of Clans player, on a mission to uncover the forgotten stories that shaped the game we all know and love. From the beta era to the legendary battles of the competitive scene, I will take you on a journey through the hidden history of Clash of Clans, sharing untold tales and iconic moments that only a few remember. So grab a seat and gather around as we discover today's epic tale. During the first few days of Clash of Clans, every player was a low town hall. Everyone attacked each other using armies made of literally just barbarians, archers, and a few wall breakers. Strange to imagine, right? But every top player upgraded higher about 1 month after beta release. This was a result of players spending money on the game, as upgrade times were very long. So what about the low guys? Well, low pushing was fairly non-existent. You can infer that there were probably players who didn't gem their bases and played as hard as they could in a traditional manner, but there was a great divide between the casual players and the competitive players. John from Pocket Gamer is a great example. John played very casually and didn't seek trophies at all. Instead, he and many others preferred to fight the goblins in the goblin maps, since the loot refilled every time he logged in. But some players wanted glory, so the game's first top players were the first players. They weren't necessarily the pro players you would think of today, but finding players at increased trophy levels was way harder than anyone else ever had it. But as the game became more populated after global release, its leaderboard, which was largely Canadian, Russian, Irish, and Finnish, quickly changed. Global competition was here for good. But what happens when you have a high-level base, but it isn't your literal job to be on Clash? Some of these players still wanted glory. So if the traditional route is impossible, why not attain glory through difficult achievements rather than the traditional destroy all enemies path? This is what PelicanTacos did. PelicanTacos, who was a school teacher, had a solid Town Hall 9, but he found it tedious to progress. So he decided to play the game differently for a change. He had done a low Town Hall push before, but he failed to make it to the Champion League. So this time around, he was determined to make it, and he had all summer to do it. Although he had all summer, he decided to start his journey about 2 months out, probably because he took a long time last time. But in order to efficiently progress before the summer, PelicanTacos knew that he needed to exercise lots of strategies. So his main strategy was to use archers to perform what was called Town Hall sniping. Although boring, sniping was an easy way to gain lots of trophies. The farm-based strategy had existed since a couple months after global release, but the year 2015 was really the peak of this strategy, which is what made this all possible. But PelicanTacos had learned many things since his last attempt, so he laid out his strategies pretty quickly.
Further along, we are going to be starting on March 20th. That's our first day of sniping. Let's do it, baby! Alright, so we're upgrading the archers. Archers are so key for this. You need to have the archers in there. You know, there's a real need for snipers because it does allow the big players to get their shields on too. So that's what I consider myself in the business for. I am the sniper, and I provide all the higher up guys with their shields that they want, because you know that they want them. And it just helps them with their resources and everything, right? I mean, as they are getting more and more loot for all the things they're upgrading, they're going to want people to come in and just take out their town hall so that they can get a free shield, basically, for just a few cups. But we almost got it. We're going to get 11 trophies here. You will get a third of the trophies with the town hall, for those of you who don't know that. So I'll get 11 more trophies. So the other couple things that we're doing different this time is I'm getting a clan together called the PelicanTaco Army. You want to join it? You're pushing with me and you're leaving your town hall out so that I can snipe it. Let's engineer this a little bit. Since the town hall 2 cannot have a clan castle, nor can he be a part of a clan, I thought, man, let's engineer something special and let's create a clan. So if you want to join us, come join us. We are going to be pushing and we're going to be asking you that you would stay put where my town hall 2 is. So if my town hall 2 is in Crystal 1, you're going to stay in Crystal 1 or 1 league above.
But most of the strategies he had did not involve other people though. Instead, they were mainly based on exploiting game mechanics.
The break just a few minutes ago and no one attacked me after 6 hours. That is awesome. You have to take a 6-7 minute break, and during that break I was not attacked. And we're gonna let this play out. Normally what I'm doing is closing the app out, and for those of you guys who don't know how to do that, if you are good with all of your troops that are in there, you double tap the home button, close out your app if you're on an iPad or on a Google Play or on an Android device, just close out the app, come back in, and the battle will have been done. And it saves you 2 minutes and 30 seconds instead of having to wait here for everybody. So it's a really, really handy trick. You know, I don't know if I've shared this with you or not, but this tip of hitting the next button, you have to be careful. If you hit it at 28 seconds, about halfway through after 28 gets to 27, about 28 and a half, you hit the next button and it does not go to the magnifying glass.
So, as a result of employing these strategies, PelicanTacos started to soar through the leagues.
Awesome. Here's my Town Hall 2 base. And man, was today a productive day. Remember where we were at last night? I don't, because I've had so many stinking attacks today. This has been awesome. It's been a really, really, really good day. Right now, 1406. Look at that. We are now in gold 3, baby. Oh, that is awesome. Awesome. We got all the way up to 1609. Look at that. Town 2 and 1609 gold 2. Man, that's 800 cups a day. If we keep that up, we'll be in champions in like 2 days. But yeah, I don't think that's possible.